Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Unique Model, aka Shantae Renee Powell, P for Positivity. This is a channel about healing and love. So, if you have any negative feelings, any negative comments, keep them to yourself. Just saying. And I want to welcome to my first series. It's called Read My Book With Me, If You Please. And this is my ultimate act of vulnerability. I do have my pillow because when I wrote this poem, it was a lot. It's a short poem, but it meant a lot, and it came from a lot. So yeah, I need a little comfort right now. It's my pillow that my baby gave me. Home is where mom is, and actually, yes, it's my security, and I use it. Yep, I'm grown, and I still use it. So, with that being said, the title of this poem is There. And here we go. No one understands my pain, my tantrums, my excitement, my short-lived happiness, my outbursts, my cries, my loneliness, my broad spectrum of highs and lows. I'm afraid of where this path is taking me. I don't want to go back there, but where am I? Back there. There is scary. There is torture. There is not a nice place to be. I feel if I complete my journey there, I will never return. So, there was a place I had visited and overstayed my welcome. Yeah, too many times to count. So, there for me was anxiety. It was bipolar. It was mania. It was loneliness. It was hopelessness. It was feelings of rejection, feelings of abandonment. And those were things that I had to work through and heal. There started at a young age for me. I always felt like something was missing, and then never been able to find it. It would throw me into like depression. But one tragic event started a whole cluster of their cycles. And that was back in 2008. My brother died in a car accident. And what was so hard for me for that was that we were adults and we were just starting to have an adult relationship. And he was taken away from me. So that cycle lasted a long time, at least 4 years. Short bursts of happiness, but they never last. And then, with regular life going on, trying to work, not being able to keep a job because of how I get overwhelmed. Going through marital issues. And most of us got that one child that just give us a run for our money. And so I had a lot of that. And it became too much where I was actually suffering, not only mentally, but physically. I was having symptoms in my body where it had got to a point where I had to go to the ER because I couldn't stop shaking. My blood pressure was high. And it's like, can y'all give me drugs? Because I need to fix this. I need this to stop because I can't. It's torture, it's torment. And I don't want to feel like this no more. So after, trial and error, feeling like a zombie, being too happy, feeling like I'm having out-of-body experiences from psych meds, finally found a combination that worked. But nothing is permanent. So was okay for a couple of years, and then there came back. Say, I'm back. 2014, and I always got a trigger. Most people do. I was in the hospital in ICU from a procedure I had, and I had aspirated during the procedure. Went home, just looking at myself, not feeling right. My lips blue, get back to the hospital. Eventually ended up in ICU, and I wasn't getting my meds regularly like I was when I was home. So between oxygen deprivation and not getting the meds, when I went back home and started back taking the meds like I was, supposed to, yeah, they didn't work the same. So between 2014 and 2017, that was really bad for me. And things always seem to start in November for me. Like, I'm starting the series in November. While I should say, excuse me, I'm recording the series in November, but it's not going to be released until December. So me falling back into my depression again, just asking God. It got to the point I'm asking God. I'm watching these shows, first of all. I'm watching all these depressing shows on TV. That's why I don't watch TV that much anymore. Sparingly. Unless it's YouTube. I was watching Law and Order, SVU, depressing. Discovery Channel, homicide shows, more depressing, instilling fear. And then I started having suicidal thoughts. And I'm just like, no, I can't do that. I can't leave my family. I don't want my kids to find me. But one night, yeah, it happened, but the ego was like, girl, just get it over with. Because, I had been praying to God, just don't wake me up. How about, so I don't have to do nothing because I don't want to go to hell, right? Don't wake me up tomorrow. I won't be mad. Just don't wake me up because I just don't want to be here no more. So I had that attempt, but immediately, I want to say, or shortly afterwards, I had sent a text to my 3 friends. I sent it to the friends, and then they informed my husband, and so a stint in the hospital, and then after I got there and they regulated some meds, and I'm like, all right, it's time to go. I ain't really supposed to be here because I'm not like them for real. They was like, you just needed a break. That's like, possibly. And no, it's not a laughing matter, but hey, I gotta find the good in every bad situation. So I'm like, I gotta go. It's about to be Thanksgiving. I gotta go home and cook. That was like, who says this? Why are you here then? Yeah, like that. So then a few months later, I'm slipping back into depression, and my daughter calls, and she's in another state. Come get me. We go to get her. We almost there. And she's like, well, I'm not gonna come, but you can take the kids. But you know what? Those kids saved my life. They gave me a reason to get up in the morning. They were babies. They were 1.5, and when we got them, like 3 months. So they needed attention. My other 2 kids that were home were in high school, so they didn't need me. And my husband and I weren't getting along, so that, that actually helped to push me through. And then eventually, several months later, she joined us again. So that was a relief. But, still dealing with depression, but feeling better. I had a friend that was very instrumental at that time. She would come over, sit with me, take me out, you know, get me out of the house, you know, take me out to lunch. Thank you, girl. And yeah, so, you know, then eventually I started feeling more like myself until my husband at the time got stationed in another state, and I didn't want to go because I was like, I'm tired of moving. And our youngest one was in her last year of high school and was like, I'm sick of moving. I don't want to do this no more. I'm sick of moving. So we stayed. He left. Deep down in my heart, my soul, I knew that was the end of our marriage. That was back in 2017. I knew it, but we didn't come to the agreement till the following year. So finally I get back to work, you know, trying to work, and then, you know, I hadn't dealt with my issues, so guess who stopped working again? Yeah, me. So it just, it was just a cycle, and it was just like, damn, can I get off this cycle? Because I'm sick of this. Like, I'm so sick of this. But I can say the change for me actually started in 2018, November 2018. Like I said, November seems to be my month for something. And I went from periods of deep depression to like bliss to mania to depression, and it was a lot. So 2019, in June, July, I ended up back home. A place I never wanted to come back to, but yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm home. And, you know, now that I look at it, this is actually where I'm supposed to be. I'm here for a reason. These things happened for a reason. And now I'm actually seeing why these things happened. And it's all starting to come full circle. So I'm very happy about it. Of course, at the time I wasn't, but I'm happy about it. And I'm starting to see, I guess, progress of all the work, all the hardships, all the heartache that I went through. So it is a good thing. One thing that I did, and I actually did this recently, I did a inner child, wounded inner child something meditation. And during that meditation, because I'm just like, I gotta figure out what's going on. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this cycle. My favorite thing to say, I'm sick of this. And it was like, go back to a timeline where I guess you were happy as a child, or, you know, when things started to fall apart. And I have a very good imagination, so I went back to a time and I saw myself, and it was something along the line, talk to your inner child. My inner child, she didn't say nothing. She ran up to me and gave me the biggest hug, like, I've been waiting for you. Where have you been? I've been waiting, and that's what I felt. No words. I've been waiting for you. Where have you been? So, yeah, I'm back. Mental health issues are real. I will say that. So if you feel, you know, you need to go seek out help, you do that. I'm in a much better place now. For myself, I am not on medication anymore, because I am balancing myself out spiritually. And so I don't have the need for that. But there is a place for medications for some people, because some people can't deal. But once you start working on yourself, everything will start to come together. I promise you, because I was the most pessimistic person. Yeah. Shout outs to Judy. Oh, shouldn't have said her name, but shouts out to my mom, because yeah, I got it from her. But yeah, find some good coping mechanisms, because most of the ones we use, they're not good for you. And I can attest to that, because yeah, I had some bad ones that I'm still working on, but hey, it is what it is. So yeah, that's what I have for you today. And like I said, this channel is for love and healing, and I'm sending you love and healing, and I appreciate you, and I thank you for watching or listening. You have a good day. Thank you.